appropriately calling it the fabricated so-called ISKCON Confederation. What is this conglomeration today? You opine that the gurus subsequent to the Magnificent 11 must have been genuine spiritual masters. But how can that be? Was the slate made clean in 1987? Most definitely it was not. Some of the more egregious players were disciplined or removed, and their disciples were strongly pushed towards what was euphemistically called, quote-unquote, reinitiation. But did that constitute an actual revolution? It was anything but. First of all, although all of the pretender Mahabhagavats had to dismount their elevated seats in 1987, all but one, that is, many of those men still remained recognized as genuine gurus by the GBC at that time. Accordingly, their disciples were still considered bona fide initiates. This has strong implications connected to it, does it not? When the next wave of institutional gurus were voted to the post in the early 80s, almost all of them took Uttamadhikari worship, and most of them were kept on as guru in 1987. By the time the mid-80s rolled by, many senior men had been voted in, or if you prefer, not vetoed, as new gurus in so-called ISKCON. All of those misleaders from that time on were 100% connected to the Magnificent 11 and the 1978 hoax, even if some of those newer gurus criticized the old guard. The scam was never uprooted. Instead, it was conveniently papered over or dismissed with one-liners such as, well, we tried the single acharya system for a while and it failed, so then we tried something better. Such a cavalier attitude cannot disguise the fact that in the late 70s and early 80s, immeasurably severe damage was done to most of Prabhupada's initiated disciples, as well as to all of those misguided new people who drifted in after Prabhupada departed. Of course, some of them were in on it from the beginning, so they're in another category, as they were not and are not innocent. Nevertheless, all of the new devotees were not properly initiated in Krishna consciousness after the founder Acharya left the scene.